had all this greatness on the cusp. You kept on flaking like the paint that's on the rust. I bet you never think I'd heal from the cuts. Now I know you're not a person I can trust.
And I see who you are, and it tears me apart. You're lost in the fog, so go back to the start. You'll sink with all the rocks, you'll burn with all the stars. I see under your skies, it's so sad what you are. My pretty little rock star, my pretty little rock star.
Like a 12-gauge shot. It's the main event of the evening.
Welcome to another new episode of Riot Pro Wrestling. I'm Everett Lee. Riot Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Bobby Munoz goes up against the Riot Heavyweight Champion, Sean Scott. Bobby's been chasing this heavyweight title for quite some time now. At the Uprising event, ended in a no contest when Sean Scott, the Riot Heavyweight Champion, made his appearance and took out all competitors, Chris Carnage, Slate Porter, and even Bobby Munoz. But now we're awaiting the Riot Heavyweight Champion, Sean Scott, to make his way to the ring in this heavyweight championship match. And there he is, the Riot Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Scott. This will be Sean Scott's first title defense since winning the championship back at the Day of Reckoning event. Sean Scott was in a triple threat match against the former champion Chico Adams and Bobby Munoz in a triple threat match where Sean Scott came out on top and captured the Riot Heavyweight Championship. He looks pretty determined in this contest here against Bobby Munoz. So this should be an interesting matchup here with both of these competitors here. Both competitors been going back and forth on social media, taking shots at each other. But will Sean Scott come out on top and retain this championship tonight, or will Bobby end up capturing and becoming the new Riot Heavyweight Champion?
Take your time with him, Sean.
Kick his butt, Sean!
Let's go, champ. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event of the evening. The challenger, representing Brooklyn, New York, by way of the Bronx, representing Puerto Rico, the #1 contender for the Riot Pro Heavyweight Championship, Bobby Munoz!
Come on, Cub! Kick him!
Let's go, Sean!
Take him down, Sean!
And his opponent,
Let's go, champ!
the reigning,
Take him!
defending Riot Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Untouchable, Sean Scott!
Come on, take him down!
I'm gonna beat you like the Mets beat the White Sox.
Come on, Sean! Smack the crap out of him!
You can see Sean Scott, our heavyweight champion,
Come on, Sean!
not wanting to give up the belt. He's fought long and hard for that championship. And now it's on the line. The Riot Heavyweight Championship.
Get it, Sean!
Let's go, Sean!
Kick him!
And there's the bell.
What?
Sean Scott ready, and oh, Bobby coming in with a high knee, running high knee there. Forearm, knocking Scott into the corner. Bobby coming in, charging with another European uppercut delivered to Sean Scott there. Sean Scott rattled. And another one delivered to the heavyweight champion. Off the corner. And here comes, another one. Devastating European uppercuts. Bobby just opening it up, letting it out of the gates, man. Bobby's in control now. Here he goes, just taking Sean Scott to the mat. Bobby now pacing himself. He came out hot and heavy. Now he's starting to slow the pace down. Uh-oh. What's Bobby going to do here? And, the throat of Sean Scott hitting off the middle rope there. Bobby repositioning Sean Scott now. In for the cover. And a kick out at 2. Scott's not going to give up that easy. Bobby's going to have to dig deep and try harder if he wants to put the champion away to capture that Riot Heavyweight Championship. Bobby now lifting Scott up. Scott counters off the ropes. And a kick to the face there. It's rattled Bobby. Sean now setting Scott up. Up. Here we go. Scissor kick to the back of the head. Look at that. Sean Scott's riled up here in this championship. He's ready. Now Scott sizing Bobby up in the corner and charging in. And a splash delivered to Bobby. Samoan drop. Sean Scott just coming in with powerhouse moves, just pacing himself. Sean Scott, you can see the confidence on his face here, knowing he has Bobby's number. Bobby coming in, a counter, and a full Nelson to a knee to the face. It stunned Bobby. Bobby up on Scott's shoulders. What is Scott going to do? Another knee to the face. It's knocked the challenger down. Scott going in for the cover, and a kick out at 2. Scott's going to have to deliver more to put Bobby away if he wants to retain that championship. Bobby rallying, trying to distance himself, as Scott rallies up the crowd. The crowd is behind Scott in this championship match. Now Scott looks like he's on the pursuit now, going after Bobby. Charging in to Bobby, and Bobby moves out of the way. No one home as Scott meets the wall. Bobby breaking the count there. What is he doing now? If he uses that chair, he will disqualify himself, but it looks like he's going to use it to springboard off of. Bobby setting up, coming off the chair, and a splash right into the wall there as Scott falls over the chair there. He is stunned. Ref trying to get both competitors back in the ring. If Bobby wants to win this championship, he's going to have to get Scott back in the ring to secure a pinfall or submission. Bobby breaking the count again. Trash talking with the crowd there as the crowd rallies for Scott to get it back up to his feet as the ref initiates the count. Bobby just stepping on Scott, and no one home there. The springboard splash. Scott distancing himself now from Bobby. Bobby looks stunned. Hitting the ground there. Scott rolling back in. Bobby trying to roll himself back in after taking a blow to the ground. Scott gathering everyone as he's getting to his feet. As Bobby's getting to his feet. What's this? What's this? Bobby counters. Bobby has Scott up in a Death Valley driver, but it's knocked the referee out, ladies and gentlemen. The ref got knocked out by that Death Valley driver. Bobby's going in for the cover, but there's no ref to initiate the count. We need to get another referee out here. Bobby trying to revive the ref now. Trying to get the ref up. Bobby going back over to Scott now. What's he planning on doing? There's an open opportunity here. And just a slap to the face there. Scott up again, and another Death Valley driver. Bobby reviving the ref. Ref position. Going in for the count. 1, 2. This could be it. And Sean Scott kicks out. Bobby is stunned just like I am and everybody else here in the Riot Pro Wrestling Arena. Sean Scott trying to gather some momentum to get himself up from the fans. Bobby's just looking at what else does he have to do to put Sean Scott away to get that Riot Heavyweight Championship. Are we going for a third Death Valley driver? It looks like we're not. Scott counters. Bobby counters. Coming in for a Cobra Clutch. Backing up into the corner. Snap mirror. Scott up. Oh no. Oh, the cash out. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Is this it? 1, 2, and a 3.
The winner of the match is still your Riot Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Untouchable, Sean Scott.
Sean Scott pulls one out, retaining the Riot Heavyweight Championship as Bobby Munoz looks on. Let's check out this rewind here. As Bobby comes up with the Death Valley driver, and it knocks out the ref. Bobby coming in for another Death Valley driver. Delivered a second one there, but it still was not enough to put Sean Scott away. As the ref officiating the count here on that second Death Valley driver, which Sean Scott was not finished yet as he kicked out as the stunned Bobby looked on. And the final moment here, seeing Sean Scott deliver the cash out to Bobby for the 1, 2, and the 3 to retain the Riot Heavyweight Championship. Your winner, Sean Scott. Sean Scott just having, and what the heck is this? Jarrell Gansey coming out of nowhere, just attacking the Riot Heavyweight Champion. We need to get some order out here. We need to get the ref over here to get Jarrell away from Sean Scott. Jarrell's had his eye on Sean Scott for quite a while. And just a drop kick to the head, just knocking the lights out on Sean Scott. Sean Scott has been targeted by Jarrell Gansey as of late, and he's trying to make a statement now, taking advantage of beating down and worn out Sean Scott after his title defense. Jarrell Gansey just manhandling Sean Scott here. We need to get some order out here. We need to get a referee out here or something. I don't know. Jarrell with that chain just choking now the life out of Sean Scott. The bell's getting rung. Get some order out here. We need to get Jarrell Gansey off of Sean Scott as he's choking the life out of him. He's choking the life out of him. Sean Scott is fading now. Jarrell Gansey with the sadistic look in his face. All right, here we go. We got the referees coming out now, trying to separate Jarrell from Sean Scott. Refs checking on Scott. Jarrell Gansey making it clear that he wants one thing, and that is the Riot Heavyweight Championship, and to inflict much pain and suffering on the Riot Heavyweight Champion, Sean Scott. What will become of this? Is Jarrell Gansey going to be the next opponent for the Riot Heavyweight Champion, Sean Scott? But no, it looks like he's not done yet, pushing the refs out of the way. What is Jarrell thinking? Just dragging Scott back into the ring now, just inflicting a chokehold, choking out the heavyweight champion. Refs better separate both of these competitors. They need to get Jarrell off, as now they're trying to distance Jarrell Gansey from Sean Scott.
No way! No! Never! Never!
Jarrell Gansey making a statement here at Untouchable. Making that statement on the Riot Heavyweight Champion, Sean Scott. The blowback on this is not going to be good for Drell Ganzi. Sean Scott will retaliate back on Drell Ganzi for this. And look at that. Just a disrespect there. Just taking Sean Scott's bandana now. Just walking around, parading around with it now.
Now you make a statement in Riot Pro Wrestling. My people, I'll do it for you. Paper champion. You take a look at him.
And that is it for this episode of Riot Pro Wrestling. We'll see you next time for another new episode of Riot Pro Wrestling. If you want to keep up with the latest and greatest from Riot Pro Wrestling, you need to follow us on social media. Head over to Facebook at Riot PW. On Instagram, Riot PW Official. On X, Riot PW Official. And right here on YouTube, Riot PW Official. Keeping you up to date with the latest and greatest from Riot Pro Wrestling. And that is it for this episode of Riot Pro Wrestling. We'll see you again next time for another new episode of Riot Pro Wrestling.
Hey fans, it's Chris Carnage here with the one and only Everett Lee. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, Chris, especially at Riot Pro Wrestling's hard-hitting, family-friendly action featuring talent on Florida's top 100, where you can find no place than Riot Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely. So if you want to see more of Riot Pro Wrestling, you gotta hit the socials on Facebook at Riot PW.
Also on Instagram, Riot PW Official.
On X at Riot PW Official.
And on YouTube, Riot PW Official, which features matches Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. New matches and previous matches from the past with Riot Pro Wrestling presents From the Vault. And our weekly recap show, Riot Pro Wrestling presents Afterburn with yours truly, Chris Carnage.
That's right, fans.
And the one and only Everett Lee.
So if you want to support your local professional wrestling, support Riot Pro Wrestling.